بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Dear students, this is lecture 26 of organic based industries. The topic we are going to discuss today is paper making. Paper making is the art of making paper and cardboard, which are used widely for printing, writing, and packing, among many other purposes. Today, almost all paper is manufactured by using industrial machinery, while handmade paper survives as a specialized craft and a medium for artistic expression. In paper making, a dilute suspension consisting mostly of separate cellulose fibers in water is drained through a sieve-like screen, so that a mat of randomly interwoven fibers is laid down. Water is further removed from this sheet by pressing, sometimes added by suction or vacuum or heating. Once dry, a generally flat, random and strong sheet of paper is achieved. Before the invention and current widespread adoption of automated machinery, all paper was made by hand, formed or laid one sheet at a time by specialized laborers. Even today, those who make paper by hand use tools and technologies quite similar to those existing hundreds of years ago, as originally developed in China and Asia, or those further modified in Europe. Handmade paper is still appreciated for its distinctive uniqueness and the skilled craft involved in making each sheet, in contrast with the higher degree of uniformity and perfection at lower prices achieved among industrial products. While monitoring regulations and actions by concerned citizens, as well as improvement within industry itself, are limiting the worst abuses, papermaking continues to be of concern from an environmental perspective due to its use of harsh chemicals, its need for large amount of water, and the resulting contamination risks, as well as trees being used as primary source of wood pulp. Paper made from other fibers, cotton being the most common, tends to be valued higher than wood-based papers. Key concepts that we will go through in this lecture include history of paper making, manual paper making, industrial paper making, stock pulp preparation, paper machine, and paper sections. Hemp paper had been used in China for wrapping and padding since the 8th century BC. Paper with legible Chinese writings on it has been dated to 8 BC. The traditional inventor attribution is of Kai, an official attached to imperial court during the Han dynasty from 202 BC to 220 CE, said to have invented paper about 105 CE using mulberry and other bast fibers, along with fish nets, old rags, and hemp waste. Paper used as a writing medium had become widespread by the 3rd century, and by the 6th century toilet paper was started to be used in China as well. During the Tang dynasty from 618 to 907 CE, paper was folded and sewn into square bags to preserve the flavor of tea, while the later Song dynasty 960 to 1279 CE was the first government to issue paper printed money. In the 8th century, paper making spread to Islamic world where the process was refined and machinery was designed for bulk manufacturing. Production began in Samarkand, Baghdad, Damascus, Cairo, Morocco, and then Muslim Spain. In Baghdad, paper making was under the supervision of Grand Vizier Jafar ibn Yahya. Muslims invented a method to make a thicker sheet of paper. This innovation helped transform paper making from an art into a major industry. The earliest use of water powered mills in paper production, specifically the use of pulp mills for preparing the pulp to make paper, dates back to Samarkand in the 8th century. The earliest references to paper mills also come from medieval Islamic world where they were first noted in 9th century by Arabic geographers in Damascus. Traditional paper making in Asia uses the inner bark fiber of plants. This fiber is soaked, cooked, rinsed, and traditionally hand beaten to form the paper pulp. The long fibers are layered to form strong, translucent sheets of paper. In Eastern Asia, three traditional fibers are abaca, kozo, and gampi. In the Himalayas, paper is made from Locta plant. Today, this paper is used for calligraphy, printing, book arts, and three-dimensional work including origami. In other Southeast Asian countries, elephants are fed with large amount of starch food so that their feces can be used to make paper as well. This can be found in elephant preservation camps in Myanmar where the paper are sold to fund the operations. In Europe, paper making molds using metallic wire were developed and features like watermark were well established by 1300 CE, while hemp and linen rags were the main source of pulp, cotton eventually taking over after southern plantations made that product in large quantities. Paper making was originally not popular in Europe due to not having many advantages over papyrus and parchment. It was not until the 15th century with the invention of movable type printing and its demand for paper that many paper mills entered production and paper making became an industry. Modern paper making began in early 19th century in Europe with the development of Ford Ringier machine. This machine produces a continuous roll of paper rather than individual sheets. These machines are large. Some produce paper 150 meters in length and 10 meters wide. They can produce paper at a rate of 100 km per hour. In 1844, Canadian Charles Finerty and German F.G. Keller had invented the machine and associated processes to make use of wood pulp in paper making. This innovation ended the nearly 2000-year use of pulped rags and start a new era for the production of newsprint, and eventually almost all paper was made out of pulped wood. Paper making, regardless of the scale on which it is done, involves making a dilute suspension of fibers in water called furnish and forcing this suspension to drain through a screen to produce a mat of interwoven fibers. Water is removed from this mat of fibers using a press. The method of manual paper making changed very little over time despite advances in technologies. The process of manufacturing handmade paper can be generalized into 5 steps. Number 1. Separating the useful fiber from the rest of raw material, for example, cellulose from wood, cotton, etc. Number 2. Beating down the fiber into pulp. Number 3. Adjusting the color, mechanical, chemical, biological and other properties of the paper by adding special chemical premixes. Number 4. Screening the resulting solution. Number 5. Pressing and drying to get the actual paper. Screening the fiber involves using a mesh made from non-corroding and inert material such as brass, stainless steel or a synthetic fiber which is stretched in a paper mold. A wooden frame similar to that of a window. The size of paper is governed by the open area of the frame. The mold is then completely submerged in the furnish, then pulled, shaken and drained, forming a uniform coating on the screen. Excess water is then removed. The wet mat of fibers laid on top of a damp cloth or felt in a process called coaching. The process is repeated for the required number of sheets. This stack of wet mats is then pressed in a hydraulic press. The fairly damp fiber is then dried using a variety of methods such as vacuum drying or simply air drying. Sometimes the individual sheet is rolled to flatten, harden or refine the surface. Finally, the paper is then cut to desired shape or standard shape, A4, letter, legal, etc., and then packed. The wooden frame is called a decal. The decal leaves the edges of paper slightly irregular and wavy, called decal edges. One of the indications that the paper was made by hand. Decal edged paper is occasionally mechanically imitated today to create the impression of old fashioned luxury. The impressions in paper caused by the wires in the screen that run sideways are called laid lines, and the impressions made usually from top to bottom by the wires holding the sideways wires together are called chain lines. The watermarks are created by waving a design into the wires in the mold. Handmade paper generally folds and tears more evenly along the laid lines. The International Association of Hand Paper Makers and Paper Artists is the world leading association for handmade paper artists. Handmade paper is also prepared in laboratories to study paper making and in paper mills to check the quality of production process. The hand sheets made are circular sheets 15.9 centimeter or 6.25 inches in diameter and are tested for paper characteristics such as brightness, strength, and degree of sizing. A modern paper mill is divided into several sections, roughly corresponding to the processes involved in making handmade paper. Pulp is refined and mixed in water with other additives to make a pulp slurry. The head box of paper machine, Ford Rainier machine, distributes the slurry onto a moving continuous screen. Water drains from the slurry either by gravity or under vacuum. The wet paper sheet goes through presses and dries and finally rolls into large rolls. The outcome often weighs several tons. Another type of paper machine, invented by John Dickinson in 1809, makes use of a cylindrical mold that rotates while partially immersed in a vat of dilute pulp. The pulp is picked up by the wire mesh and covers the mold as it rises out of vat. A couch roller is pressed against the mold to smooth out the pulp and picks the wet sheet off the mold. Stock preparation is the area where pulp is usually refined, blended to appropriate proportion of hardwood, softwood or recycled fiber and diluted to as uniform and constant as possible consistency. The pH is controlled and various fillers such as whitening agent, size and wet strength or dry strength are added if necessary. Additional fillers such as clay, calcium carbonate and titanium dioxide increase opacity, so printing on a reserve side of a sheet will not distract from content on the observed side of the sheet. Fillers also improve printing quality. Pulp is pumped through a sequence of tanks that are commonly called chests, which may be either round or more commonly rectangular. Historically, these were made of special ceramic tiles faced reinforced concrete, but mild and stainless steel are also used. Low consistency pulp slurries are kept agitated in these chests by propeller like agitators near the pump suction at the chest bottom. In the following process, different types of pulp, if used, are normally treated in separate but similar process lines until combined at a blend chest. From high density storage or from slusher pulper, the pulp is pumped to a low density storage chest. From there, it is typically diluted to about 4% consistency before being pumped to an unrefined stock chest. From the unrefined stock chest, stock is again pumped with consistency control through a refiner. Refining is an operation whereby the pulp slurry passes between a pair of discs, one of which is stationary and the other rotating at speed of typical 1000 or 1200 rounds per minute for 50 and 60 Hz AC respectively. The discs have raised bars on their faces and pass each other with narrow clearance. This action unravels the outer layer of fiber, causing the fibrils of the fiber to partially detach and bloom outwards, increasing the surface area to promote bonding. Refining thus increases tensile strength. For example, tissue paper is relatively unrefined, whereas packing paper is more highly refined. Refined stock from the refiner then goes to a refined stock chest or blend chest if used as such. Hardwood fibers are typically 1 millimeter long and smaller in diameter than 4 millimeter length, typical of softwood fibrils. Refining can cause the softwood fiber tubes to collapse, resulting in undesirable properties in the sheet. A paper machine or paper making machine is an industrial machine which is used in pulp and paper industry to create paper in large quantities at high speed. Modern paper making machines are based on the principles of Ford Ringier machine, which uses a moving woven mesh to create a continuous paper web by filtering out the fibers held in a paper stock and producing a continuously moving wet mat of fiber. This is dried in the machine to produce a strong paper web. The basic process is an industrialized version of historical process of hand paper making, which could not satisfy the demands of developing modern society for large quantities of a printing and writing substrate. The first modern paper machine was invented in Britain by Henry and Seeley Ford Ringier and patented it in 1806. The same process is used to produce paperboard on a paperboard machine. Paper machines usually have at least 5 distinct operational sections. These are forming section, press section, drying section, calendar section, and reel section. Forming section, commonly called the wet end, is a continuous rotating wire mesh which removes water from the paper by sucking it out of suspension via vacuum. Press section, where the wet fiber web passes between large rolls loaded under high pressure to squeeze out as much water as possible. Drying section, where the pressed sheet passes partly around in a serpentine manner a series of steam heated drying cylinders. Drying removes the water content down to a level of about 6%, where it will remain at typical indoor atmospheric conditions. Infrared dryers are also used to supplement cylindrical drying where required. Calendar section, where the dried paper is smoothened under high loading and pressure. Only one nip, where the sheet is pressed between two rolls, is necessary in order to hold the sheet, which shrinks through drying section and is held in a tension between the press section or breaker stack if used and the calendar. Extra nibs give more smoothing but at some expense to paper strength. Reel section, where paper coming out of machine is wound into individual spools for further processing. There can also be a coating section to modify surface characteristics with coating such as china clay.